Hello, everybody. Welcome back to It's a Wrap, aka the Mikoncast, episode 23. Yo, I was not planning on doing a solo episode so quickly after the last one, but you know what, man? I don't care. There's some things I want to talk about. I'm stressed today. It's been a stressful day, and talking always helps, especially if it's on like stream or podcast, and I have things I want to talk about. So why not just combine that? Kill two birds, one stone. You know the saying, right? Yeah, so let's go. What's been going on since the last episode? Not really a lot. I took it. It's okay. Let's kind of recap here. It is Monday, May 10th of 2021. The current time is 6:52 p.m. Oh shit. Yeah. What's going on today? Not a whole lot. Um, yeah, no. All I've really been up to since the last episode is I went on a trip this past weekend to a small resort up north in the up north area of my state. The state of Michigan. I can say it. That's not doxing myself. I can say what state I live in, right? I don't know. I'm paranoid. I never wanna dox myself or anything. But you know. Yeah, I do live in Michigan. Went to a resort for a weekend. Do celebrate a family member's birthday for the weekend. Um, it was a good trip, man. Yeah, we went there back in August of 2020. We stayed there for about a week, and it was really nice. So we decided to come back. I feel like it wasn't as nice this time because the weather. It was chilly. I needed a jacket on all the time, which is weird because it's about mid May now. Like early mid May, and you would think that the weather would be better by that time, but I mean I don't know, climate change, global warming, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I guess I mean just more north you get, it tends to be colder anyways. So it wasn't freezing, but it was definitely colder than I would have liked it. I didn't expect to. Before we left, I almost considered packing shorts, right? But I was like, no, I won't need them. I was prepared. I was prepared to deal with heat, but wasn't the case at all. I wish there was way more heat, but no, there wasn't. What are you gonna do? Um, and yeah, we were only there for like a couple of days, which is fine because honestly, I wanted to go home by the end of it just because of like the cold and just I was just over it. I don't know. I'm just not prepared. I don't know. I love the idea of going on trips a lot, but once I actually go on them, I'm just like I just want to be home in my room. But I know that's something that I'm gonna have to you know someone's gonna have to phase out eventually. So I'm trying to just not think like that. I have that mindset because eventually look like if I move out and stuff, or if I go on like even longer trips, I'm not gonna deal with it well. So I don't know. It's tough because at my core, I just want to stay home in my room, but also I know that I can't have that. Like I know like I need to get over that. It's unfortunate. It's not a win-win situation. It's a lose-lose situation really. For me, because if I stay here, I can't go out and do anything. But if I go out, I'm gonna want to go home. But that's a mindset I'll have to get over eventually. I'm working on it. Hey, what are you gonna do? Yeah, the trip was nice. Like I said, it was a bit up north. The resort we stayed at, there's a it's a very hilly and mountainy area up there. Now, when I say mountain, probably isn't the right word. Just like really big hills, right? But they're big hills though. And at the resort we stayed at, there's it's most the resort we stayed at, it's most popular. I saw that it's most popular in the winter because a lot of people ski on the hills there. So yeah, it's very popular during the winter. Um, that's what it's known for. But when we stayed there back in August, there was plenty of people there. But when we stayed there this year, we didn't see anyone. I mean, there were plenty of cars in the parking lots for all the hotels, right? For all the rooms. So like there were people there, but I guess no one was coming out really. No one was walking around. I guess understandably so because of the weather, but I mean there were people there. We just didn't see anyone. I don't know. That was weird, but yeah. So there is so right behind our room there is a big hill where the ski lift goes up to. Like the with all the chairs and everything. And when we stayed there in August, I went all the way up to that hill a couple times, because at the top it's honestly like it's a very beautiful view. You can see like all the hotel buildings. You can see roads outside of the resort. You can just see a lot. You can see like hills as far as the eye can see. Um, it's a very beautiful view, and the part I was looking forward to most for this trip was going back up to that the top of that hill again, where where the ski lift goes, and just sitting there. And man, that's exactly what I did on this trip. I went up there 3 times, and you have to walk pretty uphill, so my legs are still kind of dude, they're extremely sore. By by the third time we went up, so yeah, so we went up there Friday afternoon, and we stayed until um we stayed until Sunday morning. So it wasn't that long, but that's like I said, that was kind of all I really wanted, anyways. But yeah. So I went up twice Saturday. And then I went up one more time. Well, I went up Saturday morning, Saturday evening, and then Sunday morning before we left. And dude, that third time was tough on my legs. I had to take several breaks. I didn't think I was gonna make it, but I did, man. It's tough. I might post some pictures of it to my Twitter once I reactivate at some point. Because it was honest. It's such a beauty. Like dude, that was literally like my favorite part of the trip. I know it's weird. Like I mean, like we went to a couple of popular cities nearby. Like we went to places, like we did things, but that was usually like the best part of the trip. And I'll just say the best parts of that trip were the parts where I was by myself for sure. And that I mean that's not a diss to my family, but like I'll be honest, man. I just thrive. I'm just a lot happier when I'm alone. Like on trips and out and stuff like that. I mean, it's nothing personal. I don't like hate my family, right? Like of course, like I love my family, obviously, but it's like I don't know. It was very peaceful. I just went up there, and no one was up there. Like, I mean, no one was using the ski lifts because, well, no one's skiing because there's no snow on the mountains. But I'm pretty like me. You can still use it though to get to like to get to the top because they're also walking trails up there. They're nature trails, so like it's still functional, but no one used it whenever the times I was up there. Maybe it's because I went I didn't go that early. I went at like 10 a.m. both times. So it's not that early. I mean, it's morning, but like it wasn't like 8 a.m. or something or 7, right? But yeah, man, just the view up there. I just went up there, listened to music. I sat each time I went there. I sat there for like an hour. I don't know. It's just a breathtaking view. I just I love views like that. Yeah, so it was great. I mean, besides that, it was pretty okay. I mean, hotel was nice as a hotel. There's a lot. I mean, no one walked through, so I'd go down at like I'd go down late at night. I'd play my Switch in the lobby, play some Skyrim, listen to some podcasts. That it was a chill time. I guess this will go into the first thing I want to talk about. The first like real topic, because I didn't have this topic written down. I have a few things just written down. They're small things, but yeah, I don't know if this episode is gonna be to an hour. I'm just gonna end it whenever I'm done talking about it. I'm not gonna stress about getting to an hour because last time I stretched it a little much just to get to the hour mark, and I realize that's unnecessary. I just need to go with what I'm comfortable with, and then I'll get better like that. Um, so when we went up there in August, we went to this local farm animal sanctuary. It wasn't a zoo because like it's free, right? It's certainly not a zoo. Let me make that clear because I used to love zoos when I was younger, but as I'm growing up, I'm like, I know not all zoos are bad, but like I'm a huge animal lover, and I've recently realized some things that contradict my love for animals. Like I've gone vegetarian recently. Um and I don't really see myself really going to zoos. I mean, animal sanctuaries and farms are different. Those, those are where, again, not to say the zoos and like big city zoos are treated like shit, but some of them most certainly are, and I don't know which ones are and which ones aren't. But all I know is until I do research, I'm not going to a zoo for a long time, right? So yeah, I'm not eating animals anymore. I'm not trying to support any businesses that harm them. Um, I can say that farm. I mean, I guess maybe I don't know, but come on, dude. Like I've been to that farm sanctuary twice now. In August we went this last time, and it's honestly a genuine place. Animals have great enclosures. It's not a whole staff of people. It's literally like it's like private property, and you don't have to pay to get in. It's not like you can literally just go and see animals, and the woman who runs it, she'll just gladly tell you about everything. Like she won't, you know. I'll get into that, right? So yeah, we went there, and honestly, we all my family like we loved it, right? We thought it was such a genuine place. So the people who ran it, were just they were amazing people. Um, it's mainly one woman who does most of the work there, and who I mean like she like owns like the place, right? So it's mainly her, but of course there are other family. She has family there. It's a family place. It's like family owned, but it was just a great place. I mean, they have cats that just walking them around. They have ducks and chickens going around the whole entire place. They have they have horses, llamas, prairie dogs, just all kinds of animals. They had a fox there. They have pigs, turkeys. So it's definitely more farmhouse. There's no like lions, there's no tigers, and those bears. It's not exotic animals because you know it's because again it's not really a zoo. It's a sanctuary and farm. So yeah, when we went in August, like we really wanted like to go back. And like we did. Well, it would have been cool to go back sooner, but the place is about like 4 hours away. So what are you gonna do? It's not. We can't just pack up and go because we'd have to stay somewhere for a night. Hotel costs money. You get it. Um, so yeah, so we went Saturday, a couple days ago, and oh man, it was again it was another great experience. Literally when we got there, the woman who mainly runs it that I mentioned, she literally she just offered us chili. She's like, oh, like I think it was like her daughter. She like my daughter or someone like made like a huge bowl of chili, and there's like a lot. So like that's the kind of place it is. And I guess like to some people that can seem suspicious. Some person offering us food that we've only really met once, like in last August. But like, look, man, I I can tell when someone's off with their vibes. All right, at least I like to think I can. But I didn't get any bad vibes from this woman. Again, like you don't pay again. There is I mean there's an optional donation box. That goes to like the care of the animals. But like that's just the kind of person that she is, and that's just like the attitude of the place. Like when I got there, like she literally like you can just go there like and volunteer. That's why I wish I lived closer, or I wish that place was closer because like I would go there and volunteer all the time, man. Because I mean I get to be around animals. I get to put in work. That'd be like it's kind of like my dream job, man. I get to get paid for that. Not from that place. That place it's it's a volunteer thing, which I understand, but just like in general, I'd love to do something like that with my life. Maybe I'm not sure. But yeah, we got there. We saw the animals. There were less than there were last time, and there is a very unfortunate reason for that. So in the state of Michigan, we have a thing called the DNR. And I looked up just DNR, and it seems to be only. I mean, I'm sure every state has their own organization like this, but is the Michigan Department of Natural Resources. So pretty much it's like a government run organization that maintains like natural resources and and watches over like state parks, forests, and like recreational areas, right? So like it's like it's like the nature police pretty much. So so and I've always known what they are, and I've always assumed that they were just a I literally always just assume that like, oh, I mean like I never really quite thought about it until until recently. I hate when like someone points out something very obvious, like very obvious, and you're like, oh my god, how did I not even like think about connecting that? But I never really thought of the DNR as as like corrupt, even though I know they were like government run, because I mean obviously the government's corrupt. I mean, without a question. But I always just really assumed that DNR, since they were tied to nature, I always just think that like, oh, they probably just like protect people from like harming and vandalizing these state parks and such. But as I learned from this weekend, that's not the case at all. Sure, like they'll do some good, right? I'm like, again, I'm not gonna. It's kind of like the it's kind of like ACAB, right? I mean, like, I'm a supporter of ACAB, right? But obviously I know, I do support the statement, all cops are bastards. Obviously, again, that doesn't mean that every single cop is like a terrible person who's done terrible things, but it's just the organization as a whole is corrupt, and there are a lot of corrupt people, and there are many corrupt cops, and there should be absolutely zero. There's just a few bad apples. No, there shouldn't be any in a place like that. I mean, ideally there shouldn't be any bad apples in any profession. I mean, it's not acceptable in any profession to me, but like, in the police force, that's where you have to take it more seriously, because in this case, like, they literally just take innocent people of color's lives, pretty much. Those are what the bad apples in the police department do. So that's why I don't vibe with them, right? So she runs this. She runs this place. It's on private property. She doesn't no money's required, right? She doesn't profit off of people coming there unless like they choose to donate, which goes to the animals, might I add, okay? And this wasn't mentioned last time, so I guess this is a recent thing, but apparently the DNR doesn't like that place. And why? We don't know. I don't know. The woman who runs it doesn't even know. What happened is that they take care of disabled animals there. I mean, not exclusively, but like, like if there's ever like an animal that needs care, like that needs special care, that place will do that, because it's a genuine environment with genuine people. And when we were there last time, there was a raccoon with Down syndrome, is what she said, right? And like and when we pet him, or not pet him, but like when we like put our, because he was hanging out at the front of his enclosure, so like we put our fingers up to the cage, and and he would sniff, right? And like like he seemed like super sweet. He's just a raccoon. And so we were walking around. I went to where the cage was, and I saw that there was a plush raccoon at the front. I'm like, oh, that's cute. Then I saw that there's a blanket hanging from the ceiling. I'm like, oh, the raccoon's in there, because I didn't see him anywhere. I'm like, oh, he's in the blanket. He's just sleeping, right? And then the woman walked up to me, and she goes she goes, oh, I almost got you with that with that fake raccoon, right? And I'm like, oh yeah. And then she mentioned about something about like, oh well, yeah, but we don't have him anymore. And I'm like, oh, like, why is that? And then she's like, well, the DNR put him down. I'm like, huh? So, and then I was with a couple of their family members, and then I was just with my sister when she said that, and then I was like, wait, what? Can you what happened? And that's when she went into a long talk with us. And as she kept talking, some more family members came around, and we were all listening. And yeah, she just said that the DNR literally just apparently she was saying how she got like some kind of like ticket, and just because I can't remember for what, but it was like $100 ticket, so it wasn't anything like offensive or harmful, right? Again, I can't remember what it was, but it wasn't related into, obviously it wasn't really to any kind of animal abuse, any kind of like she didn't do anything wrong, right? But apparently, since she had like this ticket and this case pending, and she was trying to fight it because she didn't do anything wrong, the DNRs, apparently they are allowed to they were allowed to for some reason put down all of their disabled animals there. And it wasn't just the raccoon. I mean, she said that she had like deer, and like several like baby deer with disabilities and other animals that had to get put down by the DNR. And for why? I don't know. She doesn't know. It's literally just some kind of like sick power move. And that's honestly what flabbergasted me about the whole situation the most, is that she doesn't even know like why they're doing this. I guess maybe just because in their eyes, I don't know, like just because like they can, like they see it as like the right thing. I know if you're listening, like you might think that like that doesn't make any sense. You might think that I'm lying, but dude, I'm not. She doesn't even know like why they're doing this. It's plain and simple, just some kind of like, I don't know. It's really just like some sick power move. And yeah. So yeah, she went to like a long story like about this, about how you know like she's fighting with these people at the DNR, just about being able to take care of innocent animals. Like, can you fucking believe that, man? I really just had no idea that they really did that. And honestly, I don't know what to do with this. Um, she was saying how she was saying how how she was talking to like me and like my siblings, because like we're younger obviously. And she's saying how like you guys need to like do research, and like try and change this, because if I can't, it's, I mean, it's true. I mean, sure, some people might look at it as like a corny statement, but like young people do have more power and more of a voice. It shouldn't always be like that, just in cases like this, because like she was saying how like the people at the DNR are just referring to her as like it's like some crazy old nut, right? Just for the fact that she wants to care for animals that can't fully care for themselves, you know. And it really sat with me. It really bothered me, and it's been bothering me the whole thing. The whole time since that happened. So I mean, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna most certainly I'm gonna do research. I'm gonna do like a lot of research this week, and look into this, see if I can. I don't know what I can do. I mean, again, I'm sure there's something, but Jesus, man, can you believe that? I mean, it's flat out disgusting. That's all it is. I'll update as I learn more and do more research. This isn't a topic I'm just going to abandon. So by the next solo episode, I'm gonna be trying to put just to put together some information. Um, I'm just gonna I'm gonna put. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering really bad. That's me. That's this podcast, mainly solo episodes. I sort of the worst, but it's absolutely sick. I feel bad for her because I mean, she took in these a collection of pit bulls from California that were used as fighting dogs, and she was telling us how like we could go see them, but there were a couple where males couldn't like she was like there were a couple that were uncomfortable around males, and she advised us to not, the males, including me, 'cause, oh my god, to just to stay away, from the couple that were afraid of males, because it's just how they were raised. And there was even one where she said that that nobody she doesn't like anybody looking in. One of the dogs doesn't like anyone looking her in the eye, because it and she said, like, if someone does, and it gets to her, she'll literally start like shaking terribly. So again, man, that's literally just the kind of person that she is, and the kind of place that this is, and yet the DNR is against it for literally no fucking reason. So again, I'm gonna do some research. I'm gonna try and figure this out as much as I can. I mean, if she can't figure it out, I don't think I'll be able to, but I'm gonna see what I can figure out, do research wise, because Jesus, it's heartbreaking. You can tell, this is like this woman's passion. I don't know. If I want to share the details of like the place and where it is yet. I don't know if that's right yet. I'll again, like I said, I'll figure some stuff out, and then I'll see. 'Cause I mean, it's public. It's public. It's a public place. You know what? Let me figure it out right now. Let me figure out the name of the place. Cause I don't remember its name, because it was it's like a small sign on the outside. I didn't really look at it. Petoskey Animal Farm. Let me make sure it's the right place. It's probably a farm. Oh yeah, so so I'm seeing it. It's called Keju Farm. So KIE space JU Farm. And so in this article, 9 and 10 News, it says Petoskey farmer faces charges for oh yeah, so the ticket was just that she didn't have like a permit, to take care of some of the animals, which is literally absurd. Let me see. Julie Hall, that's her name, has been living with animals of her life. At Keju Farm, she looks after a variety of them, including chickens, alpacas, goats, and emus. She's now facing a fish and game violation, a misdemeanor charge for holding wildlife on her property without the proper permit. The Michigan DNR said Hall was warned about this years ago, but Hall claims that never happened. Honestly, I believe her. In January, the DNR went to Keju Farm and found a raccoon, squirrel, and baby deer amongst others. They were put down because the DNR said they were in poor health and wouldn't be able to survive release, and no facilities would take them. I know how to feed the babies, said Hall. I know how to take care of them. I've been doing it since 6 years old. I didn't mean to do wrong or harm anything, and I never ever would. And she hasn't. Okay, let me make this clear. Hall said the squirrel the DNR took was when she'd been taking care of about 7 years. It hurts still, she said. I know it's been 2 months, but that was my friend. I talked to her. She loved me. She followed me all over. In fact, I would try to release her, and she beat me back to the house before I got there. So that's probably the worst part of my life is handing her over to them. Hall claims the person who tipped off the DNR was a former volunteer who she had to let go for stealing. After doing that, she reported me to every entity she could, she said. I just couldn't even imagine why. Maybe she's upset, maybe she's hurt. I understand all those things, but why would you do that and hurt the farm, the family, and the animals? During her court hearing last week, protesters showed up outside the courthouse to show their support. It's been great, she said. Looking out at the courthouse when I was there in this past week and seeing everybody on both sides of the road, that was amazing. Hall's pled not guilty and is pre-trial scheduled for April. And so that was in 2021. That was just here, and we just started this weekend. I mean, I guess the case is still going on because she hasn't said that like she lost or anything. So yeah, so the charges that I mentioned earlier, that was just for not having like a permit for certain animals. And look, I mean, I guess like you should have a permit, whatever, but she still didn't do anything wrong. I don't care about the legality of not having a permit. I mean, like, and this is what she told. She told us that like I remember. Sorry, I have bad like short term memories. Like I just like make like generalizations about how things happen, and I just like leave out like details because I forget them. Like all that I took away really from the conversation. I mean, I remember now that I'm reading this what she said, but like when I walked by, all I heard was that the DNR is killing her animals and that she didn't do anything wrong. That's kind of like the gist of what I took away, which is true. Like that's not wrong. I just leave out like small details of stuff like that. So so yeah, sure. Okay, I guess she didn't have a permit. That's not legally, it's not right, but it doesn't fucking matter. I mean, who cares about our laws when all she's doing is taking care of animals. She was not harming them anyway. Yeah, so yeah, the DNR said that let's see. The DNR said they were in poor health, which they weren't. They were just disabled and they were being properly taken care of. Like, bro, like one of the pit bulls, and all the pit bulls are getting adopted, by the way. They're just being held there temporarily, but one of the pit bulls she's keeping, and I mean like, and at one point she went into its cage, and she was just laying there with it, like holding it, and the pit bull like his tail was wagging. He was giving her a bunch of kisses. Like you can tell that like he genuinely, and again, this is a fighting pit bull. If you're gonna take a dog out of the situation, um, it's gonna be scared of pretty much everyone for a while. So like you can see like, like if she can gain a pit bull like that's trust, that should speak fucking miles for it. Okay. Um. So I mean, so like that alone says it. Um. And again, the legality, like whatever, like she wasn't like aware of it. I mean, she wouldn't do this on purpose, right? And she said that that she said that like when this first happened, she was like she was like, okay, let me buy a permit, but she was told that, oh, you can't buy a permit while you have a pending case. So she's getting completely screwed over pretty much, and there's nothing like she can do about that. So it's just more just bullshit government corruption. That's all it is. It all just goes back to a tyrannic, pretty much fascist government. That that's the that's the U.S. government for you, dude. Um, so yeah, it's fucking it's I mean it's disgusting. Um, so yeah, Julia Hall is her name. I mean she's literally a great person from all the time I've talked to her, from last time and this time. I'd love to go back, and I hope that we're in the area again sometime sooner, that we can make another trip up. Um, uh, again, I'll do some research. I'll see what I can do. I mean, of course, you can do stuff like signing petitions and creating stuff and protesting, but I'm gonna see what I can do. Obviously, you can see me. You hear me clicking. Say that was an article. Yeah, I'm seeing yeah, there are pictures of the protests outside of it. Animal lives matter. Support kaiju farm. Um, yep, and killed 6 animals like deer, squirrels, and poor raccoon. Yeah, I'm seeing articles all about it. Yeah, so look it up. It's in Petoskey. Um, Kai, Kaiju Farm. Fucking hell, man. I don't know. So I didn't expect to talk about that for so long. I might skip out on a couple topics because I don't have a ton more to talk about really. Um, yeah. The next couple things are small anyways. I'll end it pretty soon. Anyways, moving on. just want to talk about Gabby Hanna just for a minute, because she has been she's been a hot topic on the internet for a minute now. Like I'm not here to defend. I mean, if you know her, she's a like internet she's like a singer, YouTuber, internet personality, all that. She used to be a main like YouTuber, then she started doing like music. That's kind of like a recent thing. She does like poetry. She's just an internet person, right? And look, I know, she's not a perfect person, right? Like I know I'm not here to like defend everything she's done. I don't know really anything about her, but there's just a specific part I want to talk about. So she's been going pretty. She's been having what seems to be manic episodes recently. Okay, she's been like going at everyone who says anything like remotely critical about her, attacking her when like starting drama with everyone. That's just what she's on right now. Okay, and like again, I'm not here to like defend that, but the thing is, people are now people are making fun of her like left and right, being like, oh, you're a Trisha Paytas, you're a Trisha Paytas fucking a wannabe, you're just doing this for attention. And I'm like, don't you guys realize that this is the fucking toxic? See, Trisha used to be known as that person. I guess she still is, like, by a lot of people, but people would always just demeanor as like, oh, she's the crazy internet person who doesn't know anything, and who's blah blah blah. But recently, with her being on Frenemies and all that, her stories are like about people like David Dobrik, because her being given the platform on the H3 podcast, or on the Frenemies, it's on the H3 podcast channel, but like on the Frenemies podcast, that platform, and again, she's been telling like these stories that like about David and all these messed up YouTube people for years, and no one believed her because, oh, she's just this crazy woman with bipolar, blah blah blah, right? And I never knew about this. I never followed her. I never hated Trisha. And like I knew that she was like known for being crazy, but I was like, I never hated her. I was like, oh, she's all right, she's a person people talk about. I just never did any research, but like I never liked her. I never hated her. I mean I like her. And I know she's not perfect. I know she's done controversial things, but I like her on the Frenemies podcast. That's all I can say. Outside of that, my knowledge is slim. But what I will say is that, again, from what I've seen, especially since what's been coming out recently, she doesn't seem like a bad person at all. I don't, I think some of the hate she's gotten is unjustified. But yeah, so she's been telling stories about these people for years. But then when she goes on Frenemies and talks about it, that's when everything starts to get big. Because like this whole like David Dobrik scandal, it's a recent thing. It's it being this widespread, and I say like what started that movement was Frenemies. Because I mean H3 podcast is like it's big, Ethan and then Trisha. I mean, the podcast has been, it's very popular, right? So yeah, that platform was what was able to get her stories actually heard and listened to, because before she was just seen as this crazy person. And now people are saying like, oh, I can't believe that we I can't believe that that people used to call you crazy, that people used to say this, and you were telling the truth like the whole time. Like I can't believe, like I'm sorry like that we ever called you this crazy person, that we didn't treat your mental health seriously. But then these are the same people that are doing the same thing to Gabby Hanna right now. That's just what I'm noticing, right? Like people are all about, oh, we should have believed you this whole time, like, or like, but I mean, she's not like exposing like any like YouTubers or anything, but like, what I mean is like like the mindset of like not taking like the person seriously, not realizing that they're going through like mental episodes. Because Trisha, she has a bunch of mental problems that she's talked about, like all the time, throughout her whole career and on Frenemies, and not just on Frenemies, way before Frenemies, right? So she's been always vocal about mental health issues, and and now people are like, oh, but we should have listened, but now people are doing this to her. Like, she's clearly going through some mental stuff, and I'm not defending the things that she's doing. I'm just saying, like, yeah, you need to be mindful instead of like just like bullying her like left and right. Again, I know she's coming after people unjustifiably so, but also keep in mind that you know she's going through she's clearly going through like a mental. So like Attica, man, Attica was clearly going through like some super bad mental stuff, and that eventually led him to you know killing himself, which was fucking tragic, right? But when he first started acting out like this, people were like, Attica, like you're a clown, like you're a clown. What's pretty much just completely trashing on him, and not realizing that he had, that he had all this, and people did eventually come to realize it, but unfortunately in this case it was too late, and I think people need to apply the same energy with with Gabby Hanna. Just realize like it's clearly like a mental thing, and try not to be too harsh before it's too late. I mean, I'm for criticizing people and holding them accountable to their wrongdoings and their actions, but uh, what I'm seeing done to where it doesn't sit right with me at all, because people eventually are gonna be like, oh, I can't believe that I said this. I should have prioritized your mental health. So I'm just saying, man, get ahead of that. The behavior towards her is disgusting. Not defending her behavior, but I'm just saying, like, fucking hell, dude. I don't know, the internet is just full of hypocrite. I mean, like I said what I said. Just realize that that this is a mental, that she's having a mental problem. I don't know. I'm done with people, man. It's I hate internet people. I I hate this shit. There are some people who are saying that she's going through something. So it's not like everyone is hating on her, but like more people need to realize it. But I said my piece. Try and be a little more nice and understandable towards mental issues. All right, fucking fuck. Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul, they had a press conference recently to promote their fight. There's a counter with Jake Paul too. I didn't watch the whole thing. I just saw like the highlights about how like Floyd said that that Logan needs to pay for what he did to Japan. I still agree. I still don't think that Logan Paul. I don't think he ever really did enough to make up for what he did. Obviously, I'm pretty sure you're aware of the situation. Um, uh, you filmed a dead body in a forest in which people go there to do to commit a S word. I'm just doing my best to not get this shadow banned by YouTube, right? I'm gonna put in the title that like the DNR is corrupt or something like that. So I don't know if that's gonna get blacklisted, but I'm just gonna do that either way. Um, I'll just try and say it from using taboo words according to YouTube. You feel the dead body, profit off of it. Maybe his apology was genuine. But of course he kind of had to make an apology video, so maybe it was genuine. But I just don't think he did enough. I just don't think he cared enough. Like looking at like in retrospect, like I don't know. Yeah, it's like, so Floyd brought that up. I thought that was cool that that he brought that up, because I still don't want that to be forgotten. But then Logan Paul brought up how Floyd had a situation with his wife. He beat his wife pretty much. And hey, I'm not defending Floyd nor Logan. I'm not really a fan of Floyd, especially 'cause, because of that. Um, but Jesus, I mean, I'm gonna watch the fight. I don't know who's gonna win. I don't know if Floyd. I feel like Floyd would only take it if he can win. Cause imagine like your first professional. Cause he's like 50-0, right? Something like that. He hasn't lost like a single professional match. So I feel like if you're imagine like your first loss being like to Logan Paul, first professional. Um, like maybe I'm just surprised that he's still. I mean, he's 44, man. Logan Paul's is like 20. Logan Paul's like 20 something. He's still in his 20s. Yes, yeah, and then Floyd and Jake Paul had an encounter. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was like for prize. It seemed pretty staged, but maybe it wasn't. But they got in each other's faces. Um, Jake Paul took Floyd's hat and ran with it. Okay, I'm sorry. Hopefully that was that was not heard. Sorry, it was just us. Someone called my name to tell me something. We're all good, anyways. Again, man, I have no damn privacy in here. I'm kidding. No, they don't even know that I have a podcast or a channel. So I mean, it's not like I'm being like, don't bother me. Nah, but yeah, I mean, they had an encounter. Like I said, Jake Paul, took his hat. He's like, "Aha, I got your hat." Now he's making it like a big meme. I mean, whether it's staged or not, they clearly don't like each other. um, I don't know. I just hope it's a good fight. Floyd wins. That'll be embarrassing. I don't know. I mean, the whole thing is like for press and like for money. Anyways, I'm pretty sure it's just like an exhibition fight or something. I don't know if it's even like I mean, Logan Paul. He's not like a. I mean. He's had like big matches, right? I mean, he's not. He's not like terrible boxing. I don't know really anything about boxing, but like obviously he hasn't had a career even close to the career Floyd's had. He's only fought like YouTubers, right, or like super small people, and then he said that he was open to fighting Jake Paul apparently too. God, are we really gonna have Floyd fighting both the Paul brothers? That just kind of blows my mind. Sorry, I'm just looking at. I just looked up Floyd Mayweather versus Logan. I'm looking at pictures of the conference. Um, I don't know. That's that's a whole mess. They're fighting June 6th, is what it says. So, wait, what's this? Logan Paul says he will retire immediately after Floyd Mayweather fight. What's this? Logan Paul is claiming he will retire from boxing. Pair meet an exhibition match Sunday, June 6th at their face-to-face meeting. Jake Paul. I mean, I don't know if he. I mean, they're saying it's an exhibition, but it's not. Dude, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I mean, like, if I was Logan Paul, I'd probably retire after Floyd. I mean, come on. I don't know much about boxing, but I know he's considered one of the best. I mean, like his record. I mean, that's like 50-0. That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. I won't deny that, but Jesus. I don't really have a whole lot to say about that, but let's see. God, SNL was the other night. Elon Musk hosted. Dude, I'm not a fan of Elon Musk. Um, I mean, he's just another corrupt billionaire who kind of like stole ideas. So like, I'm not. So he hosted SNL. I don't watch his monologue. I don't have a lot to say about it. All I know is that I watched I watched a couple of the sketches. I watched the Gen Z Hospital in the Wario sketch. I just want to get a little idea of what I'm talking about. And God, dude, that Gen Z Hospital skit. I mean, it's SNL. I mean, people have been ragging on SNL for like a long time. You know, it hasn't been funny in decades or whatever. Like, I'm not here to dispute that. I don't watch it, but every time I've seen a sketch, I don't think it's funny. But yeah, I mean, the whole the whole Gen Z hospital. I mean, I don't watch it. It's I mean, all it is. It's literally just some just them using a bunch of just some I guess Gen Z slang and sentences. Um, there's no like actual joke. It's just like, oh, these are the things they say, and we're adults saying it. Isn't that funny? That's literally all it is. I mean, it's just look. I mean, like every time like I see like the weekend update bit, there are a couple funny bits on them. I won't say that they never do like a single funny thing ever, but I mean for the most part, I think that's true. But God, dude, it was just horrid. I mean, go watch it, but you won't be able to make it far. I'll they just say things like, oh, like bestie, go off, king. It's the for me, it's that's all it is. It's just using the slang for the purpose of using it and no like actual jokes. That was terrible. And the Wario sketch, Elon Musk was Wario, and it was just a sketch about how Wario is discriminated against. I mean, weird for SNL. I mean, the concept of it isn't like the worst thing, but it just wasn't funny. I don't know. Grimes was there as Peach. It was a weird ass thing. Elon Musk is not a good sketch actor at all. Whatever. Not a fan of Elon. It wasn't good. I mean, Miley was the musical guest. She was great. I didn't watch any of her performances, but it's Miley, so I know she did good. I will actually. I actually do want to watch those. I like Miley, especially her latest album, Plastic Hearts. Really solid, really solid. Um, I mean, yeah, that's about it. I just want to talk about it. I just want to talk about the things. Or just things that are on my mind. Man, it's May 10th. It's just been crazy recently. I am been off Twitter now for about a week. I came back for like a little bit today, then I deactivated again. I'm like, you know what? I just felt weird about going back. It just feels good and different to get off. Um, I don't know. I can definitely feel myself going through a shift right now, through a change. Because I mean, for all I know, I've been wanting to go through like a major change. I've been wanting to get into like the next major part of my life. Post high school. I haven't really done anything that big in like a year. I'll admit I've just kind of been like sitting at home. I haven't gotten a job yet. I mean, I do plan on getting one soon. I've been a bit of a bum. I won't lie. I've been a bit lazy. But also part of me is just because I don't know what I want to do. I don't want to go into any. I don't want to do college right now. That's just not. I'm not saying no to it forever, but all I know is that for now it's definitely not my vibe. Cause I don't know what I want to do with my career, or just with my life, man. I want to get a job that I don't hate. Like, I mean, obviously, I don't want to go out the gate with getting like my dream job. Like, I know that I'm gonna have to get like a job that like I'm not gonna be like in love with, to make money. But I don't want it to be something that I'm miserable at. I don't want to settle for that. I don't know. I can feel myself. Changing a lot. Like, I've never been off Twitter for this long. I'm not trying to do any kind of I'm certainly not. I'm not trying to do any kind of like weed or definitely not alcohol. Like, yeah, definitely not. I don't really fuck with alcohol at all. I don't like it. Yeah, no, I'm just trying to clear my mind and just deal with myself and all my issues. One of the times when I was at the hill, one of the times I was sitting there looking at it alone, I realized that I don't know exactly what I want to do still or where I want to go, but all I do know is that I need like to get away, just for like a while, go somewhere, maybe just go on like a trip somewhere by myself for like a little while. I don't know, crazy shit's going on. I've lost a lot of friends in the past, probably like year now, really, a couple years. I've even lost a couple just in the past like few months, like even like the like less than a year. And I can feel myself losing another one of my close friends right now. I hope it doesn't happen. I'm trying to fix it, but things are tough. It's hard to have the energy to work out issues. And again, I want to. I'm not gonna like give up on the situation I'm in right now, but it's tough. And it's other things combined. It's just like this just came out like about a time where I'm like emotionally just like, oh, I'm just mad at like everything. It's not like personal to like to anyone. It's just, I don't know. Things are just changing. Maybe for the good, for the worse. I can feel myself being really distant from my family. I mean, I've always felt that, but like, I just don't fit in with my family, man. And like I still love them. I don't want to like go away and never talk to them again. But as long as I like for now or for a while, I do need to kind of be like completely on my own. I don't know when that'll happen or how. I hope it's really soon. I can feel it. I can feel it soon. So I'm gonna hang on to those feelings and follow them. Hope for the best, man. Because I take I believe in the universe throwing signs and all of that. Like I've had like even on this trip I had like some signs that like I took. I'm like, huh, like I don't know. I mean it's a little cringeworthy to people who aren't into that like spiritual universe type stuff, and I understand that, but I mean I've just noticed some signs that I'm like, huh, like I really do need to so I'm trying to find the right way to word it. I'm thinking. I'm trying. I don't know. I just had some signs that made me realize that I really do need to get just to get to go away on my own for a while and not kind of disconnect. I guess I've been on Twitter. It feels good. Again, I'm never gonna leave permanently. Because that's just not something I do. Because I've met too many cool people, and I still have cool mutuals there that I still want to talk to. But yeah, I can. Oh hey, Martin Scorsese's making a new film with Leonardo DiCaprio. So I saw it trending on Twitter. First look at Killers of the Flower Moon. Huh. It's Scorsese, so I'm most certainly down for that. And DiCaprio is a really good actor, so I still need to see. I need to see Wolf of Wall Street. I need to see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I still need to see the rest of Quentin Tarantino's movies because I've never. Oh, I've seen the Kill Bill one too. I saw. It was the one. It was the Nazi one. What was it called? I can't remember. It's at the tip of my tongue with with like Brad Pitt and all that. Like I'll know it as soon as I see it, or as soon as I like see it, like the name or someone tells it to me. Fuck, I'm looking it up. Sorry, I'll go back to what I was saying in a second. Martin Scorsese. Oh, no, it's Quentin Tarantino. Wrong director. Oops. Quentin Tarantino. Oh, I've seen Pulp Fiction too. Oh, and Inglourious Bastards. Yep, yeah, there we go. And I've seen Pulp Fiction. I'll be honest, man. Pulp Fiction wasn't. I didn't like it as much as people. I don't know. It wasn't as amazing as people went up. I only saw it like last year. I mean, hey, that's my personal take, anyways. Back to what I was saying, but yeah, no, I just noticed some signs that definitely lead me to believe that I need to need to dip for a while, just figure some more things out. So I'm gonna remain optimistic. I know everything will happen at the right moment. I'm just gonna keep moving forward, and just doing my best, man. And it's no hate to any friends or family, but I just feel the need to disconnect from from pretty much all of them for a while. Like not everyone, it's not like I don't know. I really don't know, man. It's a personal thing. I'm still working through and dealing with. I just tend to be like happier like on my own. I don't know if that's like a good thing. Um, I don't want to make this like forever, but all I know is like for now, I need to figure some shit out, man. So I'll get away. I'll get away sometime soon. I know everything will happen the way it should, so I won't trust it too much. I'll trust the universe, man. I'll trust timing. I feel we're talking deep like this, but hey, this is a super deep cut. I feel like no one's gonna even listen to this part, so hey, I can just talk. And if someone does, hey, at least you know how I feel. I haven't said any of this to my family. I don't plan on it because it's I don't know. That's hard for me to say stuff like that to them. It's just weird for me. Maybe that's something internal I need to work out. I don't know. I'll update you on my personal business and journey. It'll all be towards like always be like towards like the end though, just for the real ones. Yeah. So I did stretch it to an hour, but I wasn't really forced. Last time it was a little forced, but I don't think I really forced it this time. Perfect length, man. Perfect length for a podcast of this stature. So yeah, that's gonna wrap it. I think I'm gonna have Zach on for the next episode. Maybe Ricky too. I'm not gonna lie, Ricky's hard to get. It's hard to get a hold of him. Man, that's not this. He's a busy person. He has things to do. I understand. I mean, so is Zach, but for some reason it's easier to get Zach. I don't know why it just is. I don't know, because he Zach's a real one, so I'm gonna try to get him on soon. It's been a while since we had one of those. Um, yeah. Thank you all for listening. Yeah, man, and I'll just say it one more time. Again, support Kaiju Farm, Petoskey, Michigan. Look into that. I'll update on that as I get more information and learn more. And yeah, peace. Thanks.